Right, mate. In this video, we're going to be talking about a new niche that has potentially become unavailable for SMMAs to service due to Facebook's new policy updates. And I will read I'm going to share my screen and we can kind of go through this together and kind of both share our takes on it.
Let's do it. What's the niche?
So the niche, can you see this? Can you see this?
Yep.
Right. So the niche that Facebook have now kind of said is unavailable for SMMAs to service, in a way, is the car dealership niche. So all Facebook advertisers, if you own a business manager, received this email this morning saying, starting on January 30th, 2023, Meta will no longer support the ability for sellers to create vehicle and real estate rental listings using a Facebook business page. So not only is this for car dealerships, it's also for real estate agents and people that do rental listings using a Facebook business page. Along with the vehicles tab and manage inventory tab in markets where this feature is currently available. The free person-to-person listings for vehicles and real estate / rental listings will still be available on Marketplace. Your ability to reach audiences via ads is also not changing. We are simply changing how inventory may be displayed in the future.
Yeah.
So
that's a big change.
It is a big change, especially if you've got real estate rental clients or car dealerships.
Yeah. And so for those who have started niches, for those who have started their own SMMAs and they've niched to one niche and have called themselves like motor marketing or whatever, this is where you're fucked at this point. It's the same with the real estate. A lot of people go into the real estate niche, and they've called themselves, the marketing company for real estate agents. Again, you are screwed really on this point.
Yeah, you're so essentially what that is, you can still run ads to your car dealership or to your rentals or your listings, but it can't come from a business page. It has to come from a realtor. So if you're working with a single real estate agent, as under their personal brand, or you're working with a car dealership's personal brand, then you're fine because you can run it from their personal page. But it's when you're doing it, and obviously they essentially, the way I see it is they're trying to move those listings to the Facebook marketplace rather than running it through ads, just for different reasons.
For better organic, basically. So people are on Facebook more, and they're obviously trying to change the way we operate on Facebook, because it's a completely dying platform. So it's going to become I can see it just going in a different direction. And Marketplace is actually one of the most successful things Facebook actually has.
It is, and they're doing it. They're doing it for a reason. Like if you're in that niche and you've had clients in that niche, you'll know that any real estate kind of ads you do are super limited anyway. And the same with cars. If you work with car dealerships, so they're doing it for a reason, and I assume to get you better results. So, but
I also think
I
also think that those, particularly the real estate one, there is a little bit of this. It's been overdone to the point where it's almost unsafe for the user. Seeing, because they're showing houses which aren't actually listings, and there's all sorts of rhubarb that goes on, as we say.
I also think that if you're in that real estate or the car dealership niche, there's such a big part of that needs to lie on your organic reach anyway. Like if I had a car dealership client or a real estate client, when we have in the past, a massive part of your marketing strategy needs to be your organic social media management because such a big part of that's trust.
Completely.
So I don't think it's going to hinder you I don't think it's going to hinder you if you are in that niche in the long term. It'll probably push you in the right.
Here's an opportunity for people. If you're working with the real estate agents at the minute and you're running ads and you thought it was going well, maybe quickly switch your attention to the fact that you can do social media managing for them and start producing really nice content, regular content, get it scheduled, and start building their organic reach, and having a strategic plan in place for that, because that will offset them. If you can't now run ads, that will, as of now, then what are you going to be doing?
Yeah, or go to them and say, right, this change, and they'll respect you so much more for this. If you wait for that change to hit them and you not do anything about it, they're not going to respect you and keep you as a client. But if you go to them and say, right, Tim, this Facebook ad algorithm is changing, these new rules are coming in, now is the time for you to develop your personal brand rather than rely on your business, because you can't rely on your business to push your products anymore. So what we're going to do is we're going to implement this new strategy for the next 4 months, build your personal brand, because your personal brand can still run ads to your products and services and your listings. We're going to build you organically on all social media platforms. We're going to build you as a personal brand. The brand awareness is going to be around you rather than your business. Your business will be secondary, and then just build your strategy around that.
Yeah.
And be more social media management, and then content's going to be a bigger thing, because I think that's always been the case anyway. If you've got a car dealership client and you've not incorporated some social media management behind it to showcase the whole catalog of your cars that are in your dealership, or all of the listings you have, then you're missing a trick anyway.
Hugely, but people don't do it, do they?
No,
they just want to run the ads and leave it as it is, and not think about the other ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, I think people don't notice that different clients need a different level of social media management. For example, what would you say is a niche that doesn't rely that heavily on social media management in comparison to others? I'd say ones that rely more heavily on results. For example, dentists, I'd say, is quite important to show your catalog of your work.
Yeah. Everything on Instagram in terms of or Facebook as organic posting is a point of reference. We always say that, don't we? If you're going to use a dentist or use a hair transplant clinic, you want to see pictures of those who've experienced it. You want to see reels of those who've gone and come out, or what it was like before and what it is now. It completely demonstrates value of service. I think some organic stuff for e-com brands is a little bit of a waste of time, but it depends what the e-com brand is. If it's fashion, women will go on your page to see women wearing the items. Same for men to a degree, but it's not always as impactful.
No, because people can buy, if people see an item of clothing, they're more inclined to just buy that item of clothing directly from an ad. Whereas with a dentist and a car dealership, you submit your lead information from an ad, but they still need that point of reference on your social media to then go on and make the sale, which is why it's so important. So if I submit a lead information for implants with a dentist, I'll go through the consultation, but usually it's like 6 weeks to 8 weeks after that initial consultation, I actually go ahead with it. Once the finance goes through, get the money in order, more visits to the dentist. And in that time, that social media management and the brand they have on social media is what gets you to sell against your competitors. Whereas an ad, if you're selling, I don't know, hats or cargo trousers for an e-commerce clothing brand, people will just see that ad and buy it straight away. Yes, for repeat customers, you do need to have a social media presence more heavily, but that's where it comes into play for your direct responsibility to get that sale.
I think one of the best niches, we're just talking about social media management for a second, is one of the best ones is restaurants and bars, because they can demonstrate so many different variations of their service, from like people being there and having a good time, to food, to quality food, to types of cocktails, like it's a really good one. And also restaurant managers and bar managers, they just don't have time to post content. So those who are thinking, social media management, restaurants and bars are.
I can't remember last time I went to a restaurant or booked a new restaurant and didn't look at their Instagram page. To see what the menu looks like. It's all right looking at a menu, but you want to see what the actual food looks like.
You want to see
the drinks or the atmosphere or whatever.
The venue, no, completely. And like they're, I know a girl who we've coached and managed, who is now making 3.5, 4K a month through running social channels. And when I say social channels, if I'm being honest, it's like Instagram with a bit of Pinterest thrown in. Crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and then to finish off this document, it said what will happen after the changes are made. Come January 30th, 2023, you still have ways to drive success on Facebook. After this change, people on Marketplace can continue to create vehicle and real estate rental listings from their personal profile For auto businesses, we continue to invest in innovative solutions to deliver on the automotive sector's needs in the future. You can learn more about strategies and solutions for dealers on the marketplace, Facebook/Meta, in our new dealer marketing hub. Sorry, I read that a bit slow. I was trying to process it as I was reading it. So yeah, that kind of just solidifies everything we just said there. They're investing in new ways because the old ways just simply weren't working for them.
Yeah.
And that's kind of obvious. There's two reasons why Facebook changes their policies. One, because they're forced to from different outsource factors like Apple, or that their old strategies just no longer work and they need to change it to keep up with TikTok or other platforms.
Yeah, it's just innovation.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I think that kind of wraps it up there, mate.
Cool.